Hi everyone, Braino here. Just wanted to give another video on how to do something special. This time it's how to remove your doorknob when the bolt is broken. Now I have a kwikset doorknob, so the first thing you need to learn how to do is to get the spindle out. And to do that, look up this video from Liquid. It does a good job of showing how to get that spindle out. I actually had to do this to get the rest of the doorknob off. So it's pretty important that you figure this piece out. Watch that video, it's a really good one. Now here is my door, my doorknob completely removed, thank goodness. And I'm going to show you how I took it out, and then I'm going to make a second video to show you how to put it back in. I think if you figure out how to take it out, you're not going to have much trouble putting it back in, but I wanted to show you all those details. So without further ado, let's take a look at the doorknob. Okay, here is my kwikset lock. This is an entry lock, so it has a key on one side and it has the twist piece on the other side. Now I didn't want to put this back in the door after I got it out, but I wanted you to see all the steps here. So when this is in the door, you know, first of all, this piece is in the door, this piece is mounted on top. There are a couple of screws here that hold those two pieces in place. And then of course this whole assembly fits over the top. When you take it apart, you have to be inside the house to start. Obviously, that's for security, so somebody doesn't take your doorknob off from the outside. But you've got this piece here, and the first thing is these little V-bolts here. So you pry this plate up, and then on these little bolts you take some type of a tool, usually a screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver works really well. You grab that and you'd slide that, and then this whole assembly will just come off. You'll be able to take this completely off of the door. Now what you'll be left with is just how this is connected here. So this plate will be on the inside of the door with a couple screws holding it in place. And then you'll have your deadbolt and everything that's still in the door frame. So I was able to do that. I was able to get that off. I was able to take the screws out and take this plate off. And what I was left with was this spindle, which was in place, and the rest of the lock mechanism. And so I thought I'd be able to slide this forward from the other side of the door and just slide it right out. Here's the problem. See the spindle? It's actually a little bit thicker as it gets up towards the end here that fits into the other knob. So, so that little bit of thickness catches right here in this hole, and you can't pull it out. And I tried forcing it a bit. I didn't get too crazy, so I didn't want to damage anything. But I realized that I had to get the spindle out. And see, this doesn't quite fit here. That's just too tight. So I had to get the spindle out, and that's when I watched Liquid's video. So that was cool. That got me out a little bit further. So with Liquid's video, what he says is, you know, this is in place. You have to turn it counterclockwise. You'll see this little post right here kind of slide out to here. That's a little post that's right here, and that shows that the lock is in the unlocked position. And then you'll be able to reach in on this side. There's a little post, and I think I used a flathead screwdriver. I had to reach in from the other side of the door and press that. And if you watch right here, that piece of metal, here, I'll turn this upside down so you can see it better. That piece of metal right there, when I slide this, it actually moves it. So let's see. Here we go. You get on it, you see, there it goes. See, it slides out of the way, and once it's all the way out of the way, that piece of metal is caught in this groove here on the catch. And so once it's out of the way, you can pull this whole piece out. So the whole spindle can come out. Alright, I hope you're still with me. So I had gotten everything out except this. And the problem is that normally when you push here, when this doorknob turns, normally it turns and this piece slides, and that makes the bolt slide into the housing, and you can open your door. But this is broken. And so I'm sitting there with just the bolt in place. The doorknob is completely out, and what do? I can't get the door open because I can't get this to slide. So I started peeking around. So I had my little headband on with my little light, and I was peeking around in here, and what did I find? But from the inside of the house, I found this little hole right here. And I pushed that in, and something clicked. So I pushed that in, and then I grabbed a screwdriver and I slid it into here. I don't know if I can get this where you can see it. I can slide that. You can see the bolt is moving back there on the end. So that's the trick, is this little spot right here. If you've got the same problem where your bolt is what's holding you up, look for this hole and stick something like a pair of tweezers in there until you push it in far enough. You'll feel it, and then you can slide this real easy. Thanks again to Liquid for taking care of my other problem, and that was getting the spindle out. Not so easy to do when the lock's still in the door, but that helped me a lot. Guys, have a great day. Hope this helps someone. Cheers.